Hi guys, Kevin here with a quick video. There's been some discussion about being prepared and being ready for things that may happen to you, especially with all the storms and the natural disasters of the last few years. It just seems like people aren't really ready for for anything that could happen to them. So today I'm going to talk just a little bit about my pack, what I keep in my truck, and it's just basically a get home kit. It's just basically what I keep in my truck, and in addition to the bag, I keep a little bit of food in there, that kind of thing. Basically, I could live out of my truck for about 3 days pretty easy. So let me reposition the camera, and we will go through things that are in the bag and talk about them. Those of you who know me know that I'm a big believer in the Pathfinder system and the 10 C's of survivability as defined by Dave Canterbury. So basically that's what I carry in my pack. This is my truck pack. This is what I keep in my truck if I would have to get home, or if I would have to stay with the truck for a couple of days, that kind of thing. This pack, in addition to some food items that I keep in the truck, also in the truck I've got a military modular sleep system in there and a queen size blanket, wool blanket that is. I also keep a little bit of extra clothes in the truck, generally a pair of wool boot socks, a wool jacket, that kind of thing. Alright, first of all, the pack. This is not a big canvas bushcrafting pack, as you'll notice. This is a Gander Mountain pack. It's cloth. It's not waterproof. But basically, I've had this out in the woods quite a few times on short camping trips. It's made it over to Dave's quite a few times, and it's held up pretty well for me. It's not my primary pack, but I have used it a lot. In fact, it's got good strong straps on it. I've thrown this thing around. I've drug it. I've sat on it. I've laid on it. I've done everything you can think of with this pack, and I haven't been able to kill it yet. So that's the pack. In this pack, I have a French trade knife. It is a full tang knife, carbon steel. So I can strike sparks off this with a flint or piece of quartz, or that kind of thing. So in addition to the cutting uses with this, I can actually use it for affecting fire and so on and so forth with the right materials and a piece of char cloth, that kind of thing. For my combustion device in this, I have a strike force in there. In the compartment on the strike force, I have some micro inferno in there to affect a surefire. Also in the kit, or in my pack, I also have several redundant things that aren't just primary. I also have another fire kit in there. It's got a flint and steel, a lighter, some more micro infernos, that kind of thing in there. Magnifying lens. My container in this kit is in its own bag. In addition to the container itself inside the bag, in this pouch I've actually got some extra fire making gear, so I've got plenty of ways to make fire. I've got another ferro rod and another lighter in there, and of course my eating and cooking utensils. This is a stainless steel bottle. As you can see, it's been well used. It's been in the fire quite a few times. I can purify water in this. I can carry water in this. I can make medicines in that if I want to, or if I need to. My cover element in this kit is a Sol Sport Utility Blanket. This is a 5x7 space blanket, basically. I also keep some stakes in there, just to make it easier to stake that thing out. I could make stakes, but I don't need to, because those are nice light aluminum. I don't need that. In addition to that, I keep two 55-gallon drum liners in there, so I could use those for a ground cloth. I could use those as another container. I could stuff those with debris and use one for a mattress. I could stuff one with debris and crawl inside it for a sleeping bag. I could take one and I could actually make a shelter out of this, or extend my shelter with it, or I could actually use this for a rain poncho if I need to, that kind of thing. I normally keep multiple cordages in this kit. I've got some number 36 and some smaller bank line in that kit. This is one of the rolls of bank line, and I also keep some paracord in there. Cordage, of course, we can use that for anything we use cordage for: lashing, binding, making shelters, whatever I need to use cordage for. For my candling device, I have a headlamp in there. This is not a top of the line headlamp. I think I got this from I want to say Home Depot or one of the big box stores. It's got high, low, and flash on it, so it meets my needs for being able to signal and also be able to use it for a light, of course. I have my compass in the kit. This is a Sunto MC2. It's a good compass. It has a mirror on it, so I can use it for signaling, or I can use it for first aid needs if I need to take a look at something, if I need to get a splinter out. If I've got something in my eye, I can take a look at that. If it's got something where I can't see it directly, I can use it to look at that. I have a roll of cargo tape in there. I can use this to make containers, use it for bandages, I can use it to repair my gear, I can use it for a multitude of things. This can be used for fire as a flame extender. If you take this and shred it very fine, it will actually take a spark from a ferro rod if you get it shredded down fine enough. I have my cloth sail needle. I keep that in the band of my hat. Of course, I can use that for gear repair. I can use it for removing a splinter. I can use it for an awl. It's a big, heavy, nice sail needle, sailmaker's needle. For making holes in leather, making holes in cloth, that kind of thing. And as far as my cotton bandana in the kit, I keep this shema in there. It's 100% cotton. So I could use it for making char cloth. I could cut a piece off of this and make char cloth in the fire. I could use it for of course, what it's intended for, a head wrap. I could use it in the hot weather for core temperature control. Get it wet and I wrap it around my neck to cool myself down. I can wrap it around my neck in this kind of weather and help keep the heat from escaping from underneath my shirt and underneath my jacket. I could throw it over my head to capture a little body heat coming off of there, keep losing body heat through my head, that kind of thing. Anything you could use a piece of cloth for that's 3 feet by 3 feet, I could use that for. Bandage, whatever I needed. In addition to these items, like I said, in my bag I've also got an additional fire kit with a tin in there for making char cloth, a magnifying lens for a little bit of extra fire, another ferro rod, and another lighter in there. In addition to the gear in my pack, in my pocket I have 2 lighters. Attached to a UV lanyard, always in my pocket, is a Tool Logic knife with a ferro rod. It's not a super heavy duty blade, but I also have my multi-tool always on my belt. Your gear with a little bit of knowledge will enable you to get home. There are only so many emergency personnel and good Samaritans to go around. You really need to depend on yourself. I suggest you get a little bit of training. I suggest you take a basic survival course. I would suggest the Pathfinder School because I know those guys over there. I like those guys over there. I've worked over there. I've taken a lot of courses over there. And I trust them. Get yourself a physician's desk reference for herbal medicine and learn the plants. If you have a condition, learn the plants that can help you with that. Get yourself a plant guide and go out and figure that out. You don't have to know every medicinal plant on the planet, but you need to know the ones to help you with any condition you might have. If you are prepared, you can help yourself and you can help your family. Thanks for watching. I hope to see y'all in the woods.